Hey guys, welcome back. We got some work to do on the Trans Am here. So if you guys don't remember, this is Vince's LQ4 swapped Trans Am. So we put a, it's kind of not great lighting here, but we put Summit Racing forged rotating assembly in it, stroker kit. So now it's a 408 cubic inch motor, 6.7 liters. It's got a stage 3 turbo cam. So in the future, plans to twin turbo it. It's got a quick performance Ford 9-inch rear end. It has a rebuilt 4L60E that we put some go fast parts in, shift kit.
I'm sure it'll die.
Yeah, sure it'll die. Yeah, hardened sun shell, hardened other stuff, new clutches, steels. So, but Vince has been kind of down on this thing because it just randomly started like misfiring, dying, not starting. We don't know yet what it is. We did see that some of the spark plug wires were burnt up. We also bought new plugs for it and boots for the heat, obviously. Since they're burning up, we got some Pro Sport plug wire boots. But we're gonna go ahead and try firing it up to listen to it. Inspecting it here, it looks like even the battery ground was a bit torn out, so that could also be part of it, maybe just a really bad ground. I have our vacuum tester here set up. Yeah, he's trying to fix the ground wire right now because it was a bit pulled out. We also bought a compression tester here and a stethoscope to listen to like the injectors, see if they're firing. We're going to be checking a couple things, vacuum. We're going to be checking if the injectors are firing, checking the grounds. Right now it's not even running off the O2s, it's running off the MAF, so we might try well, no, he said the table that it would be taken from isn't tuned if we disconnect the MAF, so.
We could try to tune it, but I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah. We don't even know what it needs.
Volumetric efficiency is harder to tune than MAF anyway.
Let's get Garner on the line and fix it.
Garner, tune my volumetric efficiency with no data now.
Just guess. We got some auto lights, or sorry, we got some AC Delco copper plugs because it seems like the plugs are getting fouled up and we don't want to spend money on iridium plugs when, you know, this is kind of suspect here. And we just bought the cheapest AC Delco plugs that are within the specs that we need. Oh, they're black. They're like coated, it's weird. Let's see what's in the light. But yeah, we're gonna gap these. Well, we're gonna wire it up first just to listen to it. See if maybe even it's just the battery ground. Imagine you start it up and then that fixes it.
The ECU has done that to us before. The ECU has run like shit.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't getting enough voltage or a background.
Yep.
So.
And we're kind of needing to get this back up and running because Vince actually just purchased a house. He's a new homeowner, so he needs to get this over there because he needs to move out of this place. We're gonna get this back up together and fire it up and listen. All right, guys, we got the ground wire fixed, and Vince can go and start it. I'll watch this vac line or vac tester. Well, let's see if it actually starts first. Oh, the wideband. Did you replace the one with a...
I did not yet, because I wasn't sure if it would... Well, one, it wouldn't make much of a difference, but I kind of feel like it didn't die yet, but we could try it. I think I have it here.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, I heard that clunk. I think that's probably just your flywheel. Or your flex plate or whatever.
Okay.
I think it just come into a halt. Here, try that one more time. Yeah, it's doing like very negative vac. So it's like -5 vac. It should be like 15. So it seems like there might just be a really bad vac leak.
Okay, we can work with that.
Because if it's a vac leak, it could just be some line or something, or something's loose, maybe the manifold's loose, or...
Yeah, that at least gives us a point to work with.
Yeah, it was...
I didn't have before.
Yeah, so this was... You can see right here, it needs to be in like the green, like 15 to 20.
Yeah.
And it was sitting right there at 5.
Okay, yeah, so we're down. Should also
like
explain why we're not getting a readout on the air and fuel if it's not getting enough air.
Is it just showing incredibly lean or something?
No readout.
Okay. Well, yeah, now we kind of know. I can smell the... Well, your exhaust is just smelly. But I think what...
Don't you insult my exhaust. It smells like roses.
We gotta figure out where the back lines are. I mean, the back of the manifold
Yeah.
It feels tight. We can try tightening all the intake manifold bolts.
So, what is my initial suspicion, which would also be a pain in the ass, would be the back of the manifold, stuff back there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
That's kind of what I suspect.
Can try reaching our hands back there just to see if there's anything that we can feel. I mean, there's a sensor right there that's like the mass airflow, or the mass, whatever the pressure sensor is, manifold pressure sensor.
So it's right here.
It could just be loose and off and not actually reading any.
A little further. I'll just take this hoodie off so I can get
my hands are smaller. I could try reaching in there.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna. So right here, guys, is the map sensor, and if it's not plugged in or if there's something loose, it's not going to be able to read the manifold pressure, plus it'll just be a massive vac leak. So we're going to check that. I mean, this rubber that we blocked off some of this other stuff for like EGR and whatnot, that doesn't feel ripped or anything like that. This one's also fine. This one we plugged for the tester, and on the back there's just the map. So we'll check all of that. Trying to think what else it really could be. Vacuum wise, shouldn't really be anything.
Might look up some vacuum points, see if there's anything.
Yeah, but now at least we have something to kind of look into, so we're gonna go ahead and check it. All right, guys, we pulled the manifold off to check the vacuum lines back here. So the mass airflow sensor's in the back, which we'll inspect. There's a barb. I don't know if that disconnected while we were taking it off or if it was just disconnected, but back there you can kind of see that guy plugs into it. We're trying to find where that goes. We have the brake booster, which it looks like there's definitely a lot of oil just spraying on the back because it is just covered in oil. We might need to disconnect or pull it all the way out just to kind of inspect what it looks like. But really all these vacuum lines we could redo with like really tiny line hose, but it's probably fine. We just need to figure out where that goes. That guy. And then just inspect the back, make sure everything is all, you know, hunky-dory. But yeah, you can see all the oil and whatnot. We could probably check the manifold gaskets too, make sure there's nothing ajar. This one actually looks like it was kind of pulled out a little bit. Yeah, for sure. That one kind of looks like it was kind of inwards. Like got crimped into the runner.
Yeah.
Which that could easily be a vac leak. And then this side, that looks fine. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and kind of dig more in there. It's kind of really tough with how dark it is. I mean, yeah, obviously
the lights in here are not great.
Yeah, we could take off the hood or something, but it's
a lot of work.
Yeah, but Vince's new place will have lights, so there's that. We're gonna go ahead and get back to this and kind of trace where that back line goes. Maybe Google it and just check, make sure everything's good. And then I think maybe it was just that gasket. I think maybe got pulled through or something. Not crimped down properly or torqued down, because also it was the rear runner like this, and when I put my wrench on it to loosen this, I didn't really feel like it was very tight. So maybe the manifold bolt loosened, it lifted a little bit and it sucked through, and now there's a massive vac leak in the rear cylinder.
Which would explain a lot.
Yep, so we're gonna go ahead and continue with this and we'll be back. All right guys, we got the intake back on here. Got fuel lines reconnected, the injectors plugged back in, all the electronics plugged in, made sure that the gasket went back on good, and also tightened the manifold bolts down, the intake manifold. So we're gonna give another fire. I'm gonna watch the vac and we're gonna see what this thing does now. Wait, let me just check, make sure that no fuel lines are leaking. Can you turn back off? Then turn back on. Looks good. Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Alright, here we go.
Okay. Kind of did the same thing, it looks like. Can you try running it a little bit more? Maybe that was just the fuel or something. What happens if you give it some gas? So right now, what is it reading from? You said just the math?
Yeah.
Does it read any from your wideband?
No. The wideband just gives us data.
Okay.
Because the ECM can't see it.
Mm-hmm. I think what we need to do is...
Do you want to try listening to the injectors?
Yeah, we'll get the stethoscope out and listen to the injectors as it runs. See if maybe one cylinder is not firing or something. I guess another thing we could have gotten was like some type of thermometer, check to the headers, see if there's a dead hole or something. But I mean, it's definitely priming with fuel. I mean, it's getting fuel. Maybe just one of the injectors isn't firing. Past that, we can check the plugs. But you already did the wires. Well, you guys in the comments, I guess, give us some recommendations on what to check out on this thing. Really, we just need to get it back over to Vince's place so it can stay there and we can do more work on it. All right, guys, some really wacky stuff after using the stethoscope. Vince was running the car, and I went up to each individual injector on the driver's side and the passenger side, and the weirdest thing, the whole driver's side, I wasn't hearing anything more distinguishable than the motor. Like, I touch the injector, then I would touch like the intake manifold next to it or other parts of the motor next to it, nothing different. Then I went to the passenger side, and I can distinctly hear the injectors all on the passenger side ticking, you know, like they're working, pulsing. So to me, it seems like the whole driver's side is not pulsing. So I don't know if it has something to do with the injector wire harness getting like burnt up somewhere or something with the injectors, because it's too much of a coincidence just for one bank to completely die. It's not like all 4 injectors just stopped working. And that would also make sense what Vince was saying with the wideband, because his wideband's off of the driver's side exhaust pipe. So if it's not actually firing anything, it's not really going to give you any important readings whatsoever. It's just not going to really show anything. So seems like the injectors on that side are dead, or there's something to do with the wiring. Definitely odd. Put in the comments what you think, or if this is something that's common or what we should look into. We're gonna keep looking, but I don't know how. Like, we're gonna check the wiring ourselves, you know, follow it and everything, make sure it's not melted anywhere. But that seems to be the culprit. The vac seems, that would also possibly indicate why there's low vac, because if one side's not actually doing anything, no combustion, no like the actual, you know, 4-stroke deal, it's not going to have correct vacuum readings on it because it's not acting as an air pump as the motor should be acting. So
yay.
I mean, at least you have more of an answer. Do you want to run it and listen? Because it's pretty damning, like, when you listen to it.
I'll take your word for it.
Like, touching the injector, touching around it, sounds no different. Touching over there, touching the injector, and then touch.
You can hear, like, the audible tick, 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 tick.
It's very loud, yes. Yeah. So, yeah.
We gotta figure out what the fuck's going on with the
So,
driver's side.
Yeah, we need to check. I mean, we did see, I mean, I don't have my light on here. This line that goes through his remote start had a little bit of melted loom, but no actual visible issues with it. We just need to check the wire loom or something, figure out where or why it might be doing this. I can't even see down there, but we need to do some reading. You guys need to get down in the comments and let us know what's up here. And yeah, we're gonna keep looking here. Alright guys, we did some Googling online, and it seems like, well, we didn't do tons of research, but we looked. It mentions that there might be just a bad ground, which we've always had issues with grounds with this car. Checking on the motor here, off the back of the motor, there's a ground that goes to the cylinder head, and then under it, you know, where the wire loom for the injectors goes, it goes down, and from there there's a ground that goes to the motor mount, and there's one that goes to the sway bar bracket off the frame, or the chassis or whatever. So all of them are tight. I did loosen them and clean them and put them back on just to see. We might just need to add more grounds, like one off the cylinder head to like the strut bar, off the alternator, and off the bracket to the chassis somewhere. So we're gonna give another shot and see how it goes. If this isn't it, then, you know, we're going to keep looking, I guess. Oh, you're not?
It's running.
Here.
Still not.
the injectors firing.
Or it wouldn't even stay running if I took my foot off the gas at all. It died right then and there. And it was shaking about twice as hard as it is now.
Weird. Huh.
We might be able to get it over there now.
You want to give it on a test drive? Just
Yeah, take it around the block or something.
yeah. You didn't like that.
I kind of figured that would happen.
Is that normal sometimes, or?
It would struggle when I put it in reverse there for a while, and it's not tuned for this temperature. It was tuned during the summer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
It's just really cold.
kind of figured we might have that issue.
Yeah. Keep in mind, guys, this is not fully tuned yet. Almost slipped and died. All right.
And now just 2-foot the bitch.
Yeah, right. Yeah, keep in mind, guys, the car is not fully tuned. It wasn't just because the issue that we were seeing earlier why it died. It was just putting in reverse is always hard for it, and also it's much colder out. When this thing was getting tuned, it was legitimately like 115 degrees out, like during the summer heat wave.
Nope. Didn't like it. Come on. You can do it, baby. Oh, you're running like shit.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah, you can hear it.
Yep, you can feel it. You can feel the car vibrating, you can hear it. Is this roadworthy enough, you think?
I don't know. I mean, it wants to die when we stop. It runs like shit.
Yeah, but at least just to get it to your new place. Like, RPM's not bad. Gets up to speed. Oh, they just
Yeah,
died.
it dies. As soon as I let off the gas, it died.
Damn it. Wonder what that's all about.
Yeah. So.
I mean, it fires right back up. It didn't die. Oh, no, it did. See, it's one of those new auto shut-off features, you know?
Yeah.
Auto start, stop. Stop, start, whatever. Yeah. It is not enjoying life. I think it may be more of that injector issue or ground issue. I don't know. How much heat's in the motor right now?
It's about up to 10.
Okay. Still not reading O2. And like I said, when I checked with the stethoscope, I never heard that bank fire again, but it was running very smooth, oddly. So, really no clue what's going on there. All right, guys, so we pulled the Trans Am back into the garage here. We did get a data log that we're going to be sending over to Garner. We kind of told him about this situation, and to him it sounds like it's running lean, which would make sense because half the banks, to our knowledge with the stethoscope, aren't firing. Also, the wideband's not running off the bank that we don't hear anything from. Also, the car finally gave us a code. It gave us the P0200 code, which is failed injector circuit. So, I mean, it seems like it's pretty conclusive what's going on with it. We just need to add more grounds to the engine and also check the, I guess you guys can't see this, so dark. We're gonna have to check the continuity of the injectors on that side. I did read some forums online. Could be that maybe one injector is bad out of the 4 on that bank. We could also try swapping over the injectors, put the injectors from one bank on the other and see if we notice any difference, or because that would tell us if it's an injector issue or if it's a wiring harness issue, because if they work on the other side and that bank is still dead, that would tell us it's a wiring harness issue, not the injectors. There's more finagling that we can do with it. I think for today we're going to be done, but I think we've definitely narrowed down the issue, and that's kind of most important because we had no idea what it was to begin with, why it was doing that. But seems like it could be ground, could also just be the wiring harness for the injectors, which, I mean, what happened was Vince was driving it, and then all of a sudden it just kind of lost power and started misfiring really badly, so it could have shaken loose a ground, or some wire got melted or something. I don't even know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and probably end it off here. I would definitely like you guys to comment down below what you think we should look into with it. Again, it was giving us the P0200 code. Also, I mean, it's pretty weird that half the banks just aren't running, so maybe there's a common thing to look into it with that. But yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Be sure to like the video, helps it get out, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.